Hello, I hope you're all well. Welcome to a special World Predictions video because I've decided to do one about the autumn. I mean, we do have a lot coming up. Apparently from the 2nd of September, there won't probably be some obvious signs at first. It won't be really obvious, but it will certainly build up as the month goes on. It's to do with the eclipse season. So I thought we would go into it a little bit more, see what we get. The sun is shining here. It's very autumnal. The trees are going brown. And I'm back in my polo necks. Yay. I love it. Boots the works, all black. Love it. So let's get started. I want to say a big thank you as well to all of my new subscribers. Especially for getting me over 15k. I just teacher in there, so let's hope we go further. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and comment please. Okay, so we have chaos. Autumn chaos. Strength is needed. Oh, from the Angelic Council. That's a direct message from the Angelic Council. This also may have something to do with your personal life, where there may be some sort of chaos. Remember, what's happening within happens outside and vice versa. Okay? We've got an ice storm as well. So I'm saying Arctic winds, a lot of hard ice coming. Heard of thawing as well. Or maybe something's been very harsh, icy and cold, and it is thawing. That could be a personal message as well. That feels like a personal message from my guy. But there's definitely some chaos. Ooh. And we've got the plane again. Flying the plane. I saw big waves yesterday. Big waves coming up. They showed me big waves. And this plane with the tail fin. It was Air France out of the water. Am I saying that's a prediction? Apparently I am. It's not about me. Because I was looking at houses in France again. I've been getting desperate with the noise. It's quiet at the moment. But, yeah. I've got leader. So this could be something about the ark under the water. We also have fabric of reality. This is just to get us started. And the last one, the cube. Now, some of you have mentioned about the cube. Yeah, the Jesus cube. That's what it means here. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at these. No, apparently I'm not. So we've got autumnal cards here today as well. These ones. Okay. Okay. Oh, I want that one on the bottom. So we have the green woman. So something is growing, something is percolating, or something needs to. Out of the chaos comes order. That's why they asked me to put that. Scrying as well. Fortune favours the brave. And we have the Knight of Vessels, eel. Something swimming in the floor. Something unseen. I'm saying Putin. Why did you want me to go over there? Warrior. Next to the plane. Somebody who believes themselves a warrior. Just looking at this light shining here out the door. So something, a portal opening. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're not giving me any more there. My stomach is rumbling like mad at the moment. Don't know why. I've just eaten, so I don't know. So apologies for that. And we've got healing, something being restored. I'm seeing something with Gaza, some sort of peace, ceasefire, possibly. Trying to stop something with a famine, the famine. Healing. Something blocked. Netanyahu's blocked somewhere doing something in Gaza. Leveling it, yeah. There is a blockage. A tower comes down in Syria. A volcano erupts in Iceland. 2. A third that rumbles. For some reason, Iceland is a centre of all of, well, it's not the centre. That would be wrong to say that. But at the moment, there's a lot of volcanic activity in Iceland. Things coming up from the depths to be seen again. I've been watching a very interesting program, which is Spanish. As you know, I love learning my languages, or trying at least. I know Spanish, though. I do know Spanish. So I can understand a lot of it without the subtitles, which is kind of cool. But before I get going, though, and launch into all of that, because it's relevant to what I'm saying, I'm Sarah Ross. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an author. That guy's going entrepreneur. Trying. And empath, channeler, you name it. I've tried it. So please subscribe, share the messages if you can. Please check out my Substacks with more world predictions, articles about my spooky life, aliens, cryptids, that kind of thing, and my books on INKITT, because there's a surprise coming for any of you, and I've known some of you have gone over there. Any of you who have liked his, there's going to be a surprise on that shortly. So check it out. So anyway, let's get back to it. And it's reminding me of that, something, there's a cave network. This is something primal. This is Baal. This is, yeah. And it really kind of shocks me, because it's about a girl in Spain who is staying somewhere, they're teenagers. It's with school, though. And you see them partying the night before, and then they've got to go on this bus tour, and it's in the mountains. I can't remember which mountains it is, but they go in the mountains, and there's a big crash, big crash. Some people think they've seen something. The bus overturns. Most of them die. There are a few survivors, so spoilers. But it's something about this demon that's been awoken, and I think it goes into one of them, and this girl is trying to, they've all nearly died. One of them's lost a limb. The main woman, Ali, she has double vision in one eye, but she nearly died twice as well. There's all sorts going on, but that's relevant to the story, because there's another one that's trapped in the caves, and the sister goes to look for him and gets the help of other people. And this old guy's narrating the story about how this demon keeps being born into people, and there are followers that go around with him. And that is the vibe I'm getting. So we're talking about secret societies here. There are covens. There are people trying to make something rise from the dark. I know it sounds, but I have had this for years now, and it's getting stronger. I've got people that are going back through time trying to change things, to try and keep this world on a path of destruction so they can get what they want. These are things that used to be on the planet, or still are. They keep showing me the Master from Buffy. You know how he was stuck in the caves? And this thing was really creepy. There was a scene where somebody was using where he'd gone into, was using his mind to control a shadow, and this shadow was becoming sort of a real monster thing, and people could see it, and he was trying to kill. It was after a couple of people, and this guy was just doing it with his mind and chanting. And I get a lot of that's going on now. We know things like that go on. We're getting a lot about cults at the moment, Jim Jones, that kind of thing. Trying to make something rise. We're talking black magic here. My God. Lots of really dark stuff, conjuring up darkness to keep things in turmoil and destruction. And So this is like the house in the woods. I was watching Yasko. I know somebody else watches it on here because you've said to me, oh, it was such a good one, but the titles are always, this is the night we nearly died. I'm like, which one? Because you've had so many. He always puts that in the title. And he's got to run from the living sometimes as well, because him and his friend Chris. But they were talking about a forest. I don't know where it is. It's out of state from New York. New Jersey or New York. I'm not sure where it is, but excuse me. They go and they find things, and they went this forest where they said that people come and bring their haunted items, and they put them in the forest. They tie the dolls to a tree so they can't come back. There were cults operating in there that did that as well, and they tried to conjure up things. There's definitely an increase of that. Could be in that forest, I don't know. But very strange things like that going on. Definitely forests. And it's interesting because forests are what I'm doing in my PhD, and I'm seeing more and more about things going on in woods and forests. There's an environmental concern, people having fears about forests disappearing, and that could be in some instances, but I definitely think, well, I know there are things out there, so I don't know what's going on, but I definitely get a cult vibe, and I got it before I got into the PhD thing. So we've definitely got a lot of green here. We've got woods, we've got a lot of nature. Is this nature rising up? Is this actual nature? Is this the earth? In some cases, yes. It's erupting. It's speaking through discarnate energies. That's what I heard. You get a lot of elemental activity in there as well. But there's a lot. People are dumping their animosities, their hauntings, their everything in that forest. And instead of transmuting it, which you would expect with healing, it's holding on to it and possibly using it. I don't know where this is all coming from. But I think that's because people are harnessing the energy, not just in forests, but in towns, all from underground. This is something very primal that is rising back to the top to take control, and it's connected to the earth. Even reptilian. Now, we've had a lot about that. Now, I don't know why this is turned over, but look, this is reunion. 6 of vessels. Oh, why show me mounds of earth? Right, that looks like a mound. Well, and that'll be other places, but in the UK, we went to a forest. God, I can't even remember the name of it. And it had like Bronze Age, mounds where people were buried. And they're giving me the story of the lament of Hoss. Why are you doing that? So, hang on. Tell you where I get it from. This is Tales from Early Medieval Britain. It's called Wild by Amy Jeffs. Okay. And I've been reading it, but this is like now what was it? The Lament of Hoss. And it's all about the earth. We've got the earth communicating with us here. And so this is why we're going to expect a lot of eruptions, a lot of waves. The earth is communicating. The Creator has sent these storms, so we pay attention. Okay. Where is that? Oh, it's not telling me. Where is it? Here, have I got it? Wrong page. Yeah, listen to this. Cold it is. Cold, we've had cold. And so close that I can feel my neighbours against me, their beards and bones rotting like stacks of winter branches. I hear the voices of elves, goblins and old gods that haunt these unhallowed halls. They whisper that I am friendless, that my old companions are dead, that my love has left me forever. I have pressed my eye to the hole through which... Oh, sorry. that I must hope without hope until I am no more than an ache in the air, and always it is dark, but for that one ray of light, now bright, now dim, which spears through the gloom. I have pressed my eye to the hole through which it passes unseen, beyond the boughs of an oak tree. The sun drags so slowly it must be yearning to die, from dark to dark, until all at once it is done, and another day has passed. So this is like this is something underground that's still alive, and that's what they're trying to raise. Where is it? This is like dead bodies. This is rising. Oh my God, the dead rising. Now we keep getting that, and it's like soldiers from the past. I've just heard. Where do you want me to put that? Down here. Okay. This is very odd. But then it's always odd, really. It's this one. And we've got 3 bows. Fulfillment. Definitely something about nature. So all of these eruptions. Watch the East Coast. Watch the East Coast. I've just heard the word centrifugal force. I don't know what that's about. And now we've got the world tree shaking. The foundations underneath the world tree are being shaken. The dimensions are... I just want to do that. Parting. They're messing with the dimensions. They're blurring them. The world tree is destabilizing. The world tower will fall indefinitely if this is not stopped. That needs to go at the top. Okay, one off the top here. Skill. I keep saying a hand like that, okay? I've seen that a few times. Stop. Stop. Pay attention to what's going on around you. This is something about the old skills returning. Some of you will be coming into new gifts. Darker, deeper gifts. Now, not in a, ooh, summon this and some. No, that's not what I'm talking about. We ancient gifts, mystical gifts, because I know a lot of you are ascended masters I'm talking to. Okay. And everybody's chosen on my channel. We all have a job here. Yeah. I've always said that, and it's true. Trying to stop something. They don't like fracking. There's something about the earth is going to make itself known. That's why we have you watching that program. You've got no idea how regulated my life is. Oh, you should have seen it when Days Dark Materials were on. They didn't even like me going in to get a cup of tea. I was just leaving it run. No, stop it and come back. Because there were all messages. So there's something about nature rising, something from the darkness of nature rising. Like soldiers. Ooh. Okay. Now there's a return to this fossil fuel thing. Who was it? The Tories, fossil fuels in the North Sea, drilling it for everything it's got. You are destabilizing. It's just constantly destabilizing. If you want to see, it was a fantasy thing, but it's very like what we're getting here. The Rig. It's on Amazon Prime. Really good. Watch the 2 series. They're both really good. And that shows you're messing with something. There is something trying to awaken deep within the earth to try and reclaim. It's like a wake-up call to them. And what they say is, I just want to say that. Okay, is there anything else that you wish to... Eco warriors, you say. Eco warriors. Thurberg and all these people. Monsters rising from the deep dark. I mean, she looks like a zombie, doesn't she? You know, a zombie. And this is happening in the autumn, because that's their time for rising. I just heard Los Muertos. El Dia de los Muertos. And guess what I've got playing in my head? Don't go around tonight. There's a black moon. It's not black moon, but I want, every time I try to say bad moon, I get black moon rising. Okay, look at the frightened hair. This is down, we're all going to go down the rabbit hole with this. There's going to be some very strange manifestations happening with nature in the autumn. Ooh, it's kind of cool. So we're going down the rabbit hole with this. This is the Queen of Bows as well, but this is what I'm getting with this. Follow me and I will show you the warrens of the earth. For you need to heal them. So you may be having dreams of being underground in nature. I'm seeing a coffin, things like that, about being underground, corpses in coffins. Now don't panic, because I've been seeing there may be a part of yourself rising as well. So it's like I've seen myself lying in a coffin like that in Egyptian. Yeah. And they've been making me rise, or I've dreamt about coffins for a long time. So there's a part that needs to be unearthed and shown. So there could be a part of your soul, a part of your spirit that needs to be shown here. Okay. But there's definitely something about nature coming in. All right. Queen of Swords. Thurberg. Is that Thurnberg or Thurberg? Oh God, I can't remember. Greta. Okay. She's going to be speaking out again. Trying to show the way. For my guides, that she's a little bit too forceful how she does it. But, you know, each to their own. And with a message, Page of Bows, which is Page of Wands. Big message coming in about that. So if you're out walking, you're going to maybe see some strange things. Funny enough, that's where Ashridge Forest, which is ancient, and where they made Sleepy Hollow. They've made so many Robin Hood, all the stuff. So many things made in Ashridge, and I've actually seen the film set. My dog weed on one of them on a Sunday. The Robin Hood one. That's quite funny story. But yeah, there's something coming out of nature that needs to be shown, that needs to be seen. And there'll be more experiences with shadow people as well. Now my son had his own. There's something weird across my face. It might just be the sun, but yeah, there's energy around. That's not my face. And they start doing that, it's weird. So yeah, we've got some strange things coming in. Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. It's like the earth is breathing. I'm seeing things come up from the grass apart, and people coming up, trying to get through. Things trying to get through. This is really odd. The dead are rising. Okay, is there anything else you want me to... No, they want me to use these cards at the minute for some reason. Yeah, Ace of Bows, spark of life, to begin again. I just heard old bones make new meat. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can get here. I'm going to have to watch my batteries running down. Okay, I thought it was all right. So what have we got? Thump. Trump is thwarted on the tariffs again. China makes a shock discovery. Hunger. Trump is hungering for something, a deal that he's not going to get. We've got this zombie theme. Now I've got the zombie. There's something about zombies. Dead Rising, zombies. Now I dreamt about them a lot. Not that long ago, non-stop, something coming. A wave of the dead returns to reclaim the earth. Seven volcanoes will erupt before the end of, they said, fall, autumn. 2 in winter will occur in winter. One in January. Okay. So that's like, yes, because everything was coming in tens in that video. There may be an extra one. A silent volcano in Iceland shakes. Hokkaido, a wave goes over Hokkaido in Japan. Something about February with that. But there are 2 alerts before that doesn't happen. Now we've got, they're testing the alert, emergency alert in the UK on the 7th of September, is it? Okay. Consumer society is going to be affected. I don't know where that came from, but that's all that. There's going to be a breakdown in consumer society. I don't know. People are going to start saying the truth. Sales are going to slump. Lies. There's going to be a security alert in the White House. Within 2 weeks. It could happen. I can feel it's like near. But they're saying within 2 weeks, but it feels like it's like imminent. It feels very close. There are spies in the White House. We've had this before. Russian. Fire. And I can hear the flames crackling. Fire with riots. Now we said LA. With previous videos I've discussed that. We've got illness. What is this illness? Oh, it's my phone. Cube. Can you tell me more about the illness? Alright, we'll go with these awesome cards. The earth is ill. Attention must be paid. There's going to be lots of diseases come out. Everything. Things are rising. Stuff in the sewers. There's something in the sewers. Monster lurks in the sewers. A monster made of cells. God. Watch the water supplies being contaminated. Radiation. Okay. So we've got apple of my eye, which is about something being alluring that isn't. Chemical warfare. Oh my God. Somebody's developing chemical warfare really strong. Well, everybody, let's be honest, it's there. But there's something about chemical warfare here. I don't know why I got that. Poison apple. Poison apple. Fertilizer. Using fertilizer. I don't know if there's going to be contamination somewhere with fertilizer. I'm seeing somebody standing with long hair, glasses on a wheat field, contaminating the wheat with something, but using his fingers to put it on the wheat. Oh, that's creepy. Somebody who really knows what they're talking about, because he looks like Open University vibes with the long hair. Sorry, I don't know what's happening here. All right. Okay, but why is that to do with the cube? It's manufactured, what he's doing. Trying to prove a point about the environment. US Wisconsin. I can see the leaves coming down. It's very atmospheric. Coven believes he's operating in dark and light to prove a point. Oh God! Now I'm saying the intruder. Can't we have something nice? Breathwork. There's something about foodstuffs being contaminated. Breathwork. Allow your the air pollution in the air. And they've started talking to me about chemtrails, and I try to keep a distance from that stuff, but they've started talking, they've been edging their way in with that. There's poison in the air. Does it make you conform? All right. So I've got that it, to a certain degree, but it's more about trying to contain illnesses and not just like cleanse that. Oh God, this is it's over the top for me. Yeah. Something about breathing the air being more polluted. They're showing me industrial places, with the smoke coming out. That's going to be on the increase. That needs to stop. Harvest switch. Yeah, there's definitely something with the crops. We've been getting this for ages. They keep going on about bloody tomatoes as well. Somebody sends tomatoes out all the time. This could be happening in October because we've got a pumpkin here. Let's hope somebody finds out, or this is what's on the timeline for now. When people come on and they say to me, and I explained this to on my video, oh, something didn't happen at 6 o'clock the other night. No, it didn't, because hopefully we got off the timeline, or it did and we don't even know about it. Okay, so this is the way it goes. Things change. People make different decisions. You do have free will. Okay, certain things are fated, but you do have free will. So hopefully, I've had things where it said it's going to happen at a certain date, it doesn't, and then it could be 2 weeks later and it actually does, or more. Okay, so keep an open mind. These things can change, or somebody can find something out. Somebody can keep it secret. You don't know. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. I haven't got a clue about loads of stuff. I'm just giving you the message that they give to me, and it is subject to change sometimes. And thankfully, because some of it's really dark. Yeah. But that's what I'm getting about that. But there's definitely some sort of pollution of the air, which we know about, but it's intensifying. There's definitely radiation in the seas, showing me the ice melting because of that, of loads of, heat warming up. There's going to be hunger. People are going to do without. It will spread across the world. These are all things that contribute to wars, to everything that's going on at the moment and what we've discussed previously. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards to close out. Where do you want me to go? Vampires. No, that one as well. Okay. Mountain cabin, a lot of solitude. Loneliness on the rise. Something about that. I'm not sure what something about the mountains. Being alone. People living alone. They're lonely or getting sick. They're not being cared for. I don't understand. Please. Those isolated by other people, I don't know. Queen of Knives, which is the Queen of Swords. We've had that twice. So there's an element of protecting, of cutting away that's what's not needed anymore. Cutting away this loneliness, coming out. Actually, I think a lot of light workers maybe have been in isolation, to come out of hermit mode and actually start connecting and spreading the teaching. Right, so this is 8 of Scepters. So this is 8 of Wands with a lot of frantic activity. Now that came up upside down. So there's not much movement happening here. This has been blocked. A lot of movement has been blocked forward. And this is to do with these cults, with these covens, with all this destruction, and just pure human greed or anger, rage, wanting to keep everything the way it is. You want them upside down? Yes. Because they're straight, so I don't know. I haven't got them around the wrong way. Ace of Grails. So blocking a gift. And I'm getting gift in this instance. I normally get the block of the flow of water. Because normally I get like an overpouring and overwhelming. This flow is being blocked. It's upside down. Something blocking water. The dam. Why do I keep getting about this dam that's going to go? Devastation, floods, lots of floods coming in. And this is upside down, 5 of Scepters. Not being able to fend off the monster here. This is nature showing itself. There are going to be 6 floods coming in. There will be 10 of everything, like I said. But 6 floods coming in very quickly in September. We've got Thailand here, Japan, flooding of rice fields, China, UK, US on the East Coast. Watch the banks of the Mississippi as well, I'm hearing. The earth will shake on the South Californian coast. And September, and what else? Anywhere else for floods? There will be a catastrophe. I don't know if there's a plane crash in Russia or something. Passenger plane. There's a catastrophe in Russia happens that they're going to be made to see that it's not going to all go their way. I want to finish with a couple of these cards, actually. Am I allowed to? 2. These are the new ones I created, not those ones, these ones. So I just want to see what comes out about that. I'm not going to look, because some of them are written on both sides. I am still trying to do my cards, but I've got to finish my thing. Okay, Poland. And they want me to show Arctic. I have the voice, Greta Thunberg here. No, you want that. You don't want the back. Are you allowing me? Are you? We've got to watch Belgium. Borders being... Oh, do you know what's on the back? I didn't realise I'd done that twice. Poland. Oh, you want that one as well now? You said just... And we've got Ukraine. Italy. These are countries to watch. Things are going to happen. Navy and army. Something, a breach, something happening with systems to the military systems with the army and the navy in these countries. Seeing breaches, watching people come in through the border. This is Russian, Chinese. Okay. And I've got to leave that, especially Poland, which they probably already know about. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that's been of interest to you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share. Please share these messages. They're important. Check out my books on INKITT. There's a lot on there for free. Same with the Substacks with the articles about my spooky life. More world predictions on there. They're written. They're just simply channeled. I don't use cards on there. And about aliens, cryptids. What else have I got? I am going to be doing some readings. Not many in a month. We're talking like just a few, literally. I will be putting details out about them. I've had a break. So I know somebody said on the comments that they'd sent me an email. I haven't got that email. I haven't seen it. So I don't know. But I will answer your comment anyway. If I can find you again. Because sometimes YouTube, they disappear. I don't know where they go. But yeah, there's going to be a couple of changes on the channel. But good ones. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos. We're getting a bit deeper into things now. They've been pushing me gently with this, but I can see it's getting very involved, shall we say. I've got to do some more research on that, on the chemtrails, things like that. I've done a lot on the alien stuff, but I'm hoping my son's going to do a guest Substack on my thing, because he had a very strange experience with shadow people when he was out the other night. So they're definitely about. There's definitely cults on there. There's some sort of cult coming to the fore. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Thanks, bye.